Intro.
All right, let me grab that link real fast and spread it in my Discord.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pantsuit Party stream.
Yeah, it's not the Corrupting Your Kids stream tonight. I'm doing this on Pantsuit Party because our co-host probably can't be here. But we do have the Unknown Otaku again.
Howdy, howdy.
Yeah.
How was your day?
Mostly just waking up, doing random shit, working out, eating, cleaning everything. Just got a PC, but don't have any monitors to do anything with it at the moment.
Nice. Did you share the link with your Discord?
Yes, I did. I already.
Cool. I dropped a link
everyone.
in the Killstream Discord too, so they might come or they may not. I was trying to build hype in there all day because I'm a huge fan. Like, the Killstream is my favorite show. Oh my god, he made the announcement post. I have to fucking look at that.
It says
What does
that
it
you're
say?
going on to discuss the recent happenings with me. So,
Yes, of course. And me
yeah.
too, but
At 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I guess we're going to go
All right.
until that time. So.
yeah, we're going until 9:30, guys.
Well, we'll probably go until like 9:10 so you can actually get ready for the kill.
Well, I don't go on
right?
until 10.
Oh, okay. Well.
So it'll just be like,
All
we
right.
will go until the show starts, and then I'll just be like, go to the show, guys.
Mhm.
Okay, we're all here to discuss the very serious topic that happened with Digine, and that was because of this. He recently just got a Crunchyroll sponsorship and a Funimation sponsorship, and he said, fuck yeah, and took it. And now we're
Yeah.
having an intervention.
They were really into the diversity look on it, so
Yeah.
as
They
soon
were
as the announcement was made, they
They-
came out in droves. I couldn't believe
They
it.
wanted to be inclusive.
I mean, you literally have to accept everything I've ever said if you want to be inclusive now. That's how this works. So,
Oh boy.
What about the ones that contradict each other?
especially those ones.
Yeah,
Those
those are
are
the ones you have
most
to pay
fun
the
to
most
accept.
attention to.
Well, I hope everybody understands that the reason that I've been contradicting myself all this time is that, like,
Opinion changing.
well, it's that I've, like, for me, it's always felt like I was, like, a complete fabrication of a self that I'm putting forward, that I'm now trying to become. So it's like, you know, all the contradiction is born out of the fact that I did not feel that I connected with my own identity. Like, the things I say have nothing to do with me and who I am, because there is none of that in what I'm saying, in that even if everything I'm saying is inherently something only I could say, nonetheless, by being missing, like, the singular component of being from my like, core, of like the core beliefs of what I actually value that were instilled upon me as a small child that I've, never truly acknowledged. It's like if I'm not operating from that place, then it's like I'm always playing devil's advocate for any opinion I share. So that's why I contradict myself constantly, because there's never been a person to have a stance.
Worski's on tonight. Oh, Gator's on tonight too, and Bibble. This was exactly what I was planning. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. This is like the best possible outcome for me.
Yeah.
I'm so afraid of Andy Worski.
And then Mr. Manager joins.
I'm gonna be honest.
Stay the fuck back!
Yeah.
I think the only better person to come in is also Mr. Medicare.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that would have.
I've got a Medicare hat on right now.
Unknown, your avatar is also a Medicare hat, right? On Discord.
Yeah, it's Mr. Medicare, and that's because what's it called? I also had my Discord for a little while called the Cleaning Crew, and that was in quotations.
Gabe Trap says, "What the fuck? Digine looks like E-Girl Lane or something." That's hilarious. I mean, that's how I feel inside. It's like E-Girl Lane.
Absolutely.
Think about it. I've been an e-girl this whole time, right? Like there's no bigger attention whore on the
You are
internet
the ultimate
than me.
e-girl, honestly.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive.
There's a lot of pictures of me shirtless out there too, which I'm concerned about, but it's fine. I don't look like a, I can just
Well,
regard
that's how
that
we
as a
know you're an
meat puppet.
e-girl.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Oh
Did
no,
you
I have to
look like
stop.
a
I have to stop
femme
slut
Blady?
shaming, right? I really do. Fuck.
I don't know what Blady looks like enough to know.
Oh man,
Thick femme
I don't
Blady.
know if y'all noticed some of the Reddit comment posts that was passing around that made me laugh so much.
I don't think so. I don't see much Reddit.
Oh man. Okay, this one was like, Digi was always a woman. All he ever did was seek attention.
Exactly. Yeah, no. I mean, that's absolutely accurate. I mean, for me, it's like I feel as though my whole existence on the internet has been me trying to get people to explain to me why I feel the way I feel, and it finally worked, I guess. So here I am today as the internet's Jesus Christ reborn infemme, whatever.
So
I'm
I just had to
fucking high as
retweet
shit.
that. Yeah, I mean, you were kind of going off about why you have to contradict yourself, and I'm just like, dude, god damn, where is your mind?
Starchan said that's one of the most relatable things
In the
you've
galaxy far, far
Yeah.
away.
I mean, like Star and Princess Plunderphonics and all these other the sort of collective of very strange internet artists that I know of. You guys are the people I relate to the most. Like, when I watch your videos, I'm like, oh, this is what I would have sounded like if I never tried to become a normie, or like never figured out how to appeal to people, never took drugs to make my mind more normal. Like this is what I would have been like as a YouTuber had I never taken bupropion.
Is that what you would say has made you so great? Is that experience?
Well, I was obsessed with becoming Boogie Pop, and these guys all talk about how like they think it doesn't really exist because they're all like trying to figure it out, and it's like you literally have to figure out how to have 4-quadrant appeal as per the neurotyping chart. That is what norminess is. You have to make something like the Marvel movies where it's like,
oh yeah,
it's perfectly in the middle of like the most like lateral thinking crazy human computer nerds will enjoy like the weird nods it has to the comics and shit, and then like but it's structured enough that anybody could understand it, but it's also part of this meta narrative of all these other movies. So if you're like a lateral guy on that end, then you're like, oh, I have to keep track of all the fucking different story plots, and it's just like it's right smack in the middle of all 4 interests, but doesn't.
I mean, I've always just
appeal
described
to
it.
anybody.
oh boy, we got
Unless they are in that middle place.
we got a super chat, and I just remembered that I want to raffle out another shirt tonight.
Oh,
So,
yes.
yeah.
Anybody
How
who
should we do
super
that?
chats,
Nice.
if you super chat at all, you will be entered into a drawing to win the t-shirt that is on the screen that says super chat to win.
Yes.
Every single
Giving
super
away
chat.
one more tonight.
One shirt will be given away.
I know you want one.
It is a shirt of content cuck.
I know you don't get much fan
content
art.
cunt. Content.
This is my piece to you.
Putting a cunt to
it
the
is
dirt.
content cunt. If you have not seen the content cunt video, and you just have like found this channel or something, please check it out, fam. I spent a whole day on it.
I mean, about the Marvel thing, as I've always said, Marvel is just a worse Fate series.
Yeah, it's similar. I mean, Fate has definitely has that 4-quadrant appeal, but in a very weird way, where it's like almost unintentional. It's like it's so weird that it accidentally contains lots of normal things. You know, like just by the sheer breadth of the thing. It contains things that normal people can appreciate in spite of being like the weirdest thing of all time.
Fate is literally the ever-expanding thing. It has gone to every genre possible and then just keeps going and then keeps inventing new genres.
Did we read this super chat?
It will never go away.
Busy Sloth with knock 50. I don't know what that equates to.
It's Netherlands.
But it's clearly more than $2 US, and it says e-girl who ? I don't know. I don't know who. I have no idea what you're referring to.
And that was when we were saying you were an e-girl.
Yeah, well, I'm Digine.
This is the ultimate e-girl. Digine. Round of applause.
All right. So what's the topic of today's stream?
It's fucking Tenley and how she's a fucking dumb bitch. She's a fucking cancer, and she's.
It's just
It's
a drama awareness. We're raising funds for awareness.
Yeah.
For the mentally ill.
Self-awareness.
We're
raising funds for self-awareness.
I actually, I mean, we can just get right into this because this is probably the most interesting thing I could tell you.
Right.
And I was thinking about because I didn't really understand your position until the last stream. To be honest, I always just kind of thought you were a shitlord and gay operative, and I didn't want to involve myself with you.
Gay op, what?
Well, that's what I realized on the last stream was that you don't do gay ops. You do regular ops. You had a sense of morals about like what you're willing to share. It's just that people come to you with information. It's what it seems like.
Oh yeah.
So
all the time.
In that vein, I felt I could share with you some information, and in the process also make it even more public, because I've talked about this on I think one patron podcast I did, just my experience meeting Jeff and Tenley at Anime Expo and the highlights that I think would interest you about it, and maybe you'll know some things that could help me along here. But when I hung out with them, I was hanging out with Miles from Crunchyroll. He was sort of the liaison for all of the YouTubers, and at Crunchyroll Expo there was this plan that Gigic and Jeff had been cooking up, where they had made this Discord server with a bunch of AniTubers, like pretty much anybody who was, like above 10K at the time, probably in 2017. Mm-hmm. So like everybody was in this Discord server with this idea that we were going to do our own like organized anime awards to counter the Crunchyroll Awards because the Crunchyroll Awards sucks, right? Well, at the Crunchyroll Awards, and what Gigic wanted was he wanted to pitch to Crunchyroll that they could like involve themselves in our awards instead and like help to legitimize themselves with the fan base, I guess, through working with YouTubers. Maybe not the most well thought out thing, since YouTubers aren't really considered that legitimate in the anime community, but whatever.
And most of the fan base hates Crunchyroll.
Right. But so they were sort of pitching this to Miles, and like they wanted everybody involved. They wanted me, everybody, whatever.
I mean, I have actually said this literally the day Crunchyroll Awards was announced. I was like, this is not a good idea. There should be a YouTubers Awards instead, AniTubers Awards. I've said that literally years ago.
It seemed like it would be a better idea to do a YouTuber Awards that involves Crunchyroll as a sponsor. However, what happened at this meetup, so what this was is anybody who was a guest at Crunchyroll Expo on Saturday night or Friday night, probably, right? I don't remember. One of those two nights, there was after that day of the convention, there's a big party in the back of a bar that everybody who was a guest was invited to. You know, a catered like little soiree. They had a bunch of. It was like a bar that was full of video games. You know, so and all kinds of cool people were there, like Prosy D and that one dude who makes the Freddie W, who was playing playing arcade games with people. You know, all these fucking people or whatever. But like. The anime YouTubers who were there all kind of like gathered together because we were like going to pitch this idea to Miles of like, so, you know, anime YouTubers who were there, everybody who was on the panel that I did, which is like Giga, Arcada, fucking Canapa, somebody else was there. Octopimp? I don't know who that guy, but he was there as well.
Is that a real dude?
Yeah, it's a dude, I guess.
Do you know him, Unknown?
No, oh wait, okay, I don't want to say who I think this is because let me look it up real fast.
Okay. We got some super chats to read too. We have a $5 super chat from Lindanime. Does liking Gosick and not knowing anything about what is and Disney make me a normie?
No, that makes you the opposite of a normie.
The
what are you talking
opposite.
about?
Toya for 10 says, thinking about hitting the bottle tonight because I'm going to vibe with my tempo and I might create something for once. Also, congrats on your personal journey, Digine. I think it's cool to be yourself.
Thank you, Toya.
Thanks, Toya.
We're drinking gin tonics
because it cures corona.
It cures coronavirus. Yay!
Whatever is in the tonic water is...
Because it does the same.
They say that smoking blocks the ACE2 receptors or something. It's a meme. It's just a meme. Don't take any coronavirus advice from us, although I have not gotten sick. Take your Vites. That's my only advice to you. Foxy Kedu for $2 says, I have one joke, Tenley. What's your fursona?
What's her fursona, it says.
What's your fursona? Because I know she'll hear this.
Oh, okay.
She's a cat. She's a black cat. If you type in Tenley, that's the first image that pops up in Google search. By the way, that's what I used in the fucking the video. Just the first image of her. Yeah. Landotomy for $5 says, someone please tell Unknown he doesn't need to fucking click his mute button every 3 seconds, he says. It's so obnoxious.
I mean, I assume that there's a bunch of typing that goes on after the mute button is clicked.
Well, yeah, a bunch of typing and also a lot of people in the background. I'm hearing like them banging the freaking noise, my roommates.
Oh boy. Just a reminder, guys, if you want to win this fucking sick shirt, art by Nexus. Nexus also made my shirt today. You can see it. He's a sick artist.
Shout out to Ferris Nevermore, who says, Digine, your smile shakes the world, G. Why, thank you.
Fucking attention whore.
It's just sweet.
It is really sweet.
I wish they had a better mute button. I'll probably just use the Discord mute then.
Don't worry about it.
You're fine.
So anyway, I was telling you the story about Anime Expo, and so we were pitching to Miles this idea that we do our own thing, and he instead pitches to us, actually, we are already planning to involve AniTubers in the Crunchyroll Awards. So, like, instead of you doing that thing, just come be a part of our thing, and, like... I don't know. I don't know if Gigic and Jeff thought they were going to have, like, more of a role in the decision-making process by way of this. Or maybe they did, for all I know. But, like, we all saw what it amounted to. On the next Crunchyroll Awards, they were presenters. That's it. Like, Gigic and Jeff were involved. Yeah, they were presenters. Like, and Miles was clear to me that, like, you probably won't get called, you know, like, because you cause trouble. And I even had said to Miles, like... He was saying a lot of things, and I'm not going to talk about the things he said, but I was like, don't tell me anything you don't want to hear repeated later. Because I'm bad, you know? But
I don't even understand it. It's one of those things like, what's it called? When it comes down to this, it's like sponsors wouldn't want to sponsor you because it's bad for their PR. I don't think there's anything Crunchyroll could... I don't think
they can't make the PR worse. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think...
Certainly not just by working with me. I don't think I'm that controversial. I just, like, honesty, I just play up my own controversy because it makes me seem cooler, you know?
Yeah. In all honesty, I think they could actually have better PR if they actually did what they used to do and pretty much just give out the affiliate link to whoever.
Yeah. Oh god, sorry, I got distracted reading the chat. So anyway, yeah, like Jeff, before fucking Miles sniped the entire AniTuber thing from everyone's clutches, every anime YouTuber who could have been a part of this thing that would have been a huge boost to them, the reason that this was abandoned and that nobody ever posted in that Discord again is because at this convention, Miles told Giguk and Jeff, oh, you're invited to the Crunchyroll Awards, don't do your own thing. And they went, okay. And that was the death of that.
Yeah.
Because nobody posted in that Discord ever again after that.
Because it's it's already solidified. It's just it's just for ops, so.
But before that happened, while we were in the car on the way there, Jeff is literally doing gay ops with Miles in front of me because they are talking about how someone who they know or like is a part of their operative clique like infiltrated Kiss Anime to get like all their, I don't know, source code or some shit like that. It was fucking like they were like they were literally doing gay ops on Kiss Anime in front of me, literally in front of me, and I was like, what is going on here? It was the weirdest shit. They were talking about like being in their IRC
They're not
chat
going to be
and
competent in that. Because what's it called? Apparently, there's people inside Crunchyroll that hate Crunchyroll that work there to give other people. Oh, no, literally, the only reason they work there is just to give other people information. It's actually hilarious.
Fucking heroes! You guys are fucking heroes out there. Like, because if you read, like me and May did a podcast one time where we just sat there and read like exit reviews of people leaving Crunchyroll and Funimation and just talking about like how bad the corporate atmosphere and how like much it's gone downhill and like all this stuff, and there's like max exodus of employees, and it's just like, and they're getting bought out and they keep getting rebought out by different companies and changing ownership, and everybody has different ideas of what the company's supposed to be, and it's like, I can't believe they're still fucking alive. It's kind of amazing.
Corona may change things. We do have a 20 knock super chat from Busy Sloth who says Octo Pimp is based. I will take your word on that. And I also remembered
cool. He didn't seem like a
Keiko Cat is trans. So Crunchyroll already has trans representation. Also, yes, Keiko Cat is awesome.
Yes, Keiko Cat is also trans.
Keep being awesome.
So Octo Pimp. What's it called? Was that always their name?
I don't know. I have no idea.
If that was always their name, then it's not who I was thinking of.
Anyway, Michelle says she wants to be in here. Let's
bring her in. Let's bring her in. I want to take callers.
On her own?
No, because she's interrupting with mine and Nate's relation.
It's so true.
How do we get her in?
Well, if Michelle, just join the chat if you want to.
Well, I guess she won't be hearing us yet because of the delay.
You could have joined whenever. I'm sorry, I just was kind of like, this is going to be like a loose thing. I didn't really want to announce it.
Do extensive pre-planning.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to have fun.
Wait, I thought you invited her before and she said
no, I did. No, she said she might.
Oh, okay.
She said I can't.
I can't? Why?
Michelle. That's okay. She said she might not be able to.
Are you just in a situation in which you cannot be
here?
Is that
come join whenever. You can also use your phone to join in.
Yeah.
I know you have more prepared to talk about, and I kind of cut you short last time just because I didn't want to make it so drama heavy, but I don't feel the same way. It ended up being nothing but drama anyway. Oh my gosh.
It wasn't supposed to be like that. $10 from Landana May. He says, Digi, I got drunk and watched Porco Rosso last night. It was so jarring, and I'm too lazy to listen to Ghibli cast. Please give a short explanation of your thoughts. I need an adult. Someone, please.
Munchie is Porco Rosso.
My interpretation was mostly that Porco is Miyazaki. He's the most direct representation of himself. He's somebody who, is sort of trapped in this certain mind state that he sees himself as kind of a pig because he's outdated and a lot of his values are sort of, about having this certain image and living this very aesthetic lifestyle, that, in order for him to do what he needs to do to sort of prove his own, I guess, masculinity, he has to rely on this massive amount of women who are young and not really fit to survive in this industry because of the fact that like all the veterans have all died out, all the people who are supposed to be doing this stuff. But like it turns out that the strength of these women is enough to get him to victory and, usher in the next generation of Ghibli, which is literally the motor on the plane literally says Ghibli on it. So like it is all a metaphor for the studio, as is Spirited Away, which is by his own admission.
Wait, why is Mr. Cynical in the waiting room?
I was just gonna point that out. Probably because he wants to talk shit.
I mean,
Mr. Cynical, I don't think
I don't know if
fan.
it's because he doesn't. It's probably more because he doesn't like my interpretation of Porco Rosso or something.
No, I don't think so. You should drag him
Oh
in.
my God.
I want to
know
hear
why-
him.
I'm gonna want to hear
Reek
this.
a
I'll
fag.
take it.
If you're here to talk about Tenley, we'll let you in. If you're not here to talk
In
about
general
Tenley, then
chat,
you're
just
not.
say what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
You can talk about Mother's Basement. Please.
Not
he
talking
doesn't
about
want to
Porco Rosso. I was just answering a super chat. If that's why you're there.
I can guarantee you he's not going to want to talk about Tenley, but I would love to see y'all just argue back and forth and have a shit fest.
Me
Not
too.
tonight. That's not what this is about. This is about.
No, it's true.
This is the host Smokeout stream.
Plunder's here. Plunder did want to come in.
Plunder.
Plunder has been drawing rare Jeffs. Have you seen them?
Plunder's rare jests are incredible. I could probably find a way to put one on screen, right?
Just on the bottom of the screen. Just like a tiny little preview of it.
There was a recent. Yeah, this one is
This
really
fucking
good.
is so funny.
I think you can see enough of this to. Yeah, you can see enough.
It's too lewd
can
for the
understand.
internet.
Look at this fucking. Look at.
He's
hold
a
on, let me
very
slow
flaccid,
scroll. Let me try to
flaccid
slow
man.
scroll down
Oh
this.
no, we're gonna
Can
get
I,
content strike.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Check that.
Oh no,
Check
we're
that.
gonna
Wait,
get copyright
back up.
strike.
Why, hello there.
What do you think he's drinking, Gamer Girl
Stop
piss?
looking at my crotch.
He's definitely drinking Gamer Girl pee. The ultimate simp.
Oh boy.
We gotta bring Plunder in. Plunder.
Hold on. I gotta get back to the bottom. I gotta figure out. I mean, Plunder's muted and silent.
He understands the rules. That's how it's supposed to
Okay.
be.
Okay. Well then, you're in now. So.
Plunder, we're
go
ready for
it.
you. See, he's doing it. Okay.
What's good with you? What's good with you?
Yo, what up, dog?
What's good with you, nigga? What's good with you?
What good, my dude?
What's good? All right. Well, okay, I've been asking shit in the stream, but like, is Jeff and Tenley on site? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Absolute.
Yeah.
10 lead is on site for me right now. Right now.
Swag. All right.
For sure. Oh no.
She's
Yo,
probably Googling
like-
what the fuck that means right now.
What?
Right?
Okay. The reason on site means like when you see them, you're going to like do something to them. You're going like run up on them.
Going to shake their hand, just for anyone that doesn't.
Yeah. So basically, okay, I want to talk about like the up and coming diss track which I produced, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason the style in which the diss track, the beat I made was like Chief Keef, like Chicago drill shit, because I wanted y'all to fucking go hard on this bitch. I want some motherfucking like guns and lean in the video. I want some motherfucking I want some like long like fucking sticks in the video.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, Plunder, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure this beat is hard enough because
Really?
I thought that the one you did with the Mars Volta stuff at the start, like that
Yeah.
one is like the exact kind of hardness that of my emotions, which are not particularly. I mean, I understand what you're going for because like I've written these legendary diss tracks where I'm like, yo, let's switch it up fast because I got class not like an ass with a fast food face and about no taste, you know. But like, what I was thinking with this one is more like I'm gonna stab you and kill you. Like that kind of vibe. Like I'm gonna make you die. Like fuck you. Get out of my life. You're a huge distraction that I don't need, and I hope you die. You know, but I don't think that's the healthy way to approach the situation.
No.
So even though I did write a song, I feel like the lyrics were too extreme, and
They
it
were
could
really
work over your
violent.
beat, but they're quite disturbing. I could share them, but
Yeah.
I don't know if
Oh
I
my
will
God.
actually. I don't know if I could go through with
it.
making a song
Don't
with
share
these
them because then
lyrics.
it's out of context of the song. And
Well,
then it'll be taken
well,
out
the
of
context is that we know exactly that this was supposed to be lyrics for a song that are representing, inner emotions that don't necessarily reflect anything I would ever consider doing in reality, like megaton hammer pop your fake fucking tits, bitch, or things like that, or ugly horse face hoe, nobody likes you, kill yourself. These are just
I disavow.
the deepest
Party
thoughts that
disavowed.
don't necessarily have to come to light.
Yo, because like I was like envisioning myself as Young Chop, right? Because Young Chop is like the legendary producer who was really influential to drill music. So that means like if I produce this diss track, a bunch of time down the line, I'm gonna just start going crazy and like shooting at Pizza Delivery guys. Like this is my elaborate plan to eventually become Ascended Ghetto Munchie.
Yes.
Literal Atlanta munchie.
Oh boy,
no.
This is what we need. Okay, we got some super chats.
Yeah.
How much is Atlanta like the show Atlanta?
I've never seen the show Atlanta, but
Dude, you gotta watch it.
It's really good.
Really
I gotta
good.
watch it. Niggas have been telling me to watch this shit for years, and I'm just like, no, I'm too autistic. I need to watch anime.
But it is autistic. That's what's so good about it. Is that like it's about Donald Glover, who is like a new type fascinator type of guy living in Atlanta and trying to make it in this fucked up absurdist vision of the
It's
of the
super
place.
fucking funny.
And it's
Okay,
from a-
so it's literally me. It's literally me. because
It's a
I
show about a guy, like the director of the show is a guy who directs music videos. He directed Hive by Earl Sweatshirt and like all those fucking dark, crazy, promise and Ron, I put my fist up after I get my dick sucked quick, but maybe a gold chain. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Let's read the super chats.
Okay, from Busy Sloth. That is not what I got out of Porco Rosso at all.
Well, that's just what I remember from the Ghibli cast. It was like a 2-hour podcast, and we went into a lot of different, interpretations.
And we got the Yui Hirasawa Cuddling Association. Congrats, Digi. Thanks for always being honest plus true.
No problem.
And Landanime for $2 says, get me on in a bit. Let me finish this game of COD. Of course you're playing COD. Yes, we will bring you on, Landanime. I miss your voice. You gotta ask the ultimate question.
The Jakey.
To anybody.
So I guess sharing the gay ops that Jeff and Miles was doing was like my main thing I wanted to bring up because I had never dropped that one in a public space, and I thought you might enjoy that information.
That sounds hilarious.
Yeah, it was really fucking weird. I literally was like, I think I tweeted, I am experiencing anime Watergate, like, while that was happening. So if anybody wants to date this moment that I heard this, it's literally when I tweeted that.
That's so funny.
This is hilarious. Just, if I was to say something, it's like, how long do they think until they can get that freaking source code? Or they have to be working there an insanely long time before are they going for like a 20-something year off or something?
Dude, Miles literally said to me, I will run Crunchyroll in 10 years. He said that with like a completely straight face. Like that dude takes himself really he portrays the image of somebody who doesn't take himself seriously at all, but he takes himself extremely seriously.
Right.
Yo,
I've heard a lot of stories about him and how he acts at Crunchyroll.
Remember the tweet that he posted of his like new office right around the time that a bunch of subtitlers were complaining about how low their wages were?
Yeah.
It's just like, and he deleted it. It's like, oh.
Yeah, he actually said,
where is your PR team, Crunchyroll?
Miles is a cop, straight up.
He said, fuck, what was it? I forgot what I was going to say. Because he had said that he was going to run Crunchyroll in 10 years. He also insisted that he was, like, the only otaku there. Like, he was the only person who knew anything about anime that was, like, in the meetings that, like, actually determined shit. And that, like, his whole life is just meetings. Like, I feel for this dude because his soul barely exists. Because he takes, like, 2 hours to and from work, and he just sits in meetings all day. So, like, this is a man who's, like, clinging to the faintest light of hope at the end of a 10-year tunnel of working at this shithole that nobody likes, and getting nothing but shit on for it. With the vain hope that one day he will run the thing and it will be okay when he gets in
maybe
control.
he's living his best life.
I hope so.
Miles
I have
is
a
cool. I
question.
don't hate him, but it just like I've seen a lot of bad takes.
He brought me to some delicious fucking Mexican fusion food. He was like, this is San Diego. We invented fucking Mexican food. It's only if it's not here, it's not even real. Even Mexico's not real. Like something like that.
I guess he hasn't been to my house.
Yo, I have a question. Is Jeff's like
Mexican cooking?
Does Jeff have a soul, or is it just cum because he's a putrid, disgusting cock person?
He's the most flaccid man in the world.
Like Jeff is a literal cock.
Yeah.
But I don't.
That's why Tenley blocked me, because I called him flaccid during the Crunchyroll Awards.
I mean, you say he's a literal cock, and it's funny. Like, I mean, when you start getting into like feminist media critique, right? A lot of it is centered kind of on the idea of like the feminine as the emotional and the male as the logical, and that like a society which rejects the emotional is one that rejects women, essentially. And there's a lot of parallel in that in the way that it'll be presented in like feminist works. So like, why did you move that? I was trying to show where like who's talking on the over there.
Oh, I was looking at the chat.
Oh, okay. Anyway, but
is there a way you could just make us smaller so you can show both, just like the bottom message?
I don't know.
No, like in Streamlabs.
Oh.
Can you just make me smaller?
Oh yeah,
Can you just make it a little smaller?
There
Yeah, I just want to see the bottom of the chat.
Sorry,
like,
you guys probably have no idea what we're talking about, but we're fucking with the like image.
Well, they can literally
that's on
see
screen.
that you're doing that.
Well,
so they
I don't
will
know. Are
know.
you guys watching the stream? I don't know.
Oh, who we're talking to?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, we're talking to a lot of people at once,
Right.
so.
Well, I don't inherently disagree with the feminine critique that women are emotional and men are logical.
Right. Well, that's. I mean, I mean this in a sort of like right brain, left brain kind of way, right? That like, in my view, it's like everyone's inner self is like a girl. It's like. Your core self is an emotional thinker. Rationale is something you apply on top of it to a level of comfort that you feel appropriate. And I think that, I don't think that historically men were expected to be hyper logical because they were expected to rely on their instincts just the same way, which is an emotional thing, like if we're talking about like tribes, like the men and women would be equally emotional. They're both relying on their relationship with the world around them to understand what to do to stay alive. But like when you form a society around logic, when you form a society around the idea of like having to know things, having to learn specific information, like in order to do certain jobs, it's like you have to become a logical thinker. And the reason I think for a lot of what feminism is essentially trying to argue is that just because women are more emotional thinkers does not mean they are less capable of achieving logical thought necessarily, and so like I think that to be someone who fixates wholly on what is logical, like what society is telling you to do, is to be a penis man, to be a literal human dick. And that's Jeff. Like, Jeff only operates on what's logical. He does not see, even though he has obviously an emotional relationship with video games and anime that causes him to interest himself in those things. Like, he's very industry focused. He's really focused on this idea of like professionalism, and that he has worked in the industry, that he knows what it's like in the industry, that he knows what it's like to make games, but like, and to work on anime, even though he does not do those things because he is not creative and has not explored his creativity to an extent to be good at it. So he just like says information, and that's his videos.
I'm thinking about like how your idea of like old masculinity has a lot to do with instincts. Where did you put Dick Masterson on there?
I had put him like in the middle, like someone I think he is somebody who understands that thinking emotionally is important, but like also that thinking rationally is important, and strives to be in the middle. He was very proud that I had put him in the middle, because I think that that's where he wants to be. Like,
I
actively.
think just because he he is somebody who's very emotional.
Yes.
So I think that like he sees that as, oh, I understand my emotions really well.
Right,
Like,
and
and
I'm
I
able to
understand
control
other
myself.
people's emotions
And
really well.
and I had put myself in the analyst category, which is more like exceedingly logical, in spite of the fact that I do not respect that manner of thinking or consider it comfortable to be in that manner of thinking. I force myself to think that way because I think that's how I can fit into society, and it was the realization that I'm wrong about that, and that I need to embrace my emotions because I'm actually a better communicator when I am emotional, and just forthright
Right.
about what I'm thinking. That I realized I had to transition.
You ever get really bad news and you're just like,
What bad news did you get?
a relative passed away.
Ralph passed away.
A relative.
A relative? Who?
Yeah, one of my cousins.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry about that.
It's okay. It's just like, I don't know what to do. It's just kind of like, I might have to make a phone call in a bit, but
Oh, no.
okay.
yeah. No, I
Is
mean,
this somebody you're close with?
I mean, it's just a family member. I would say yes, insofar as they're a family member, but like it's not my direct
Alright, we don't have to
family.
keep
I'm
talking
okay.
about that.
But I want to read this Michelle tweet. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have checked my phone. Why? Every time I check my phone, there's bad news.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Michelle says, Jeff blocked me because I said, when Tenley showed me her roast beef online for money, I felt like I could show my roast beef online for money. And that's why Jeff blocked her.
Yo, you know what?
my
I'm really
God.
trying to make this Rare Jeff Thu thing like a meme. I want everyone to draw Rare Jeff Thus. Like the point why I call them Rare Jeff Thus is because it's like I want there to be so many of them that they're all rare. I want Jeff to be like, oh, why is everyone drawing me as a gross, disgusting, veiny penis man? I'm not a gross, disgusting, diseased cock person with a cum soul.
Can we? I want to talk a little bit more about all the evidence we didn't go over of like the fact that Tenley is that poster on Kiwi
Discord
Farms.
crashed. Well, not Discord. My whole laptop crashed.
Fuck.
It
Oh,
froze and then
shit.
crashed.
We still hear you.
No, I'm back. I said
Oh,
I
okay, okay.
disconnected for like a minute or two.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, I was about to say. I want to talk a little bit more about like the Kiwi Farms poster, who we have accused of being Tenley in the content cunt video, because I only wanted to provide enough information that you could like, say, okay, yeah, that's probably her, right? Like I didn't want to have to like be exhaustive and go over every single detail
I think it's
of
better
why.
for me and her if it's not so like
Right.
it's kind of more of like a question, like a mystery.
Right.
I think
And
it kind of keeps the mystique of it more.
You also highlighted a lot of stuff in the text that you put on screen of like more things that she says, but it's like the thing is that the better you know like the kinds of things that she says and like what her criticisms are and stuff, like the more obvious it is that it's her. So it's like for me it's like when I read it it's like, oh my god, like how could you be so transparent? But there was something you pointed out to me today that was so fucking funny that it almost killed me, because you pointed out that Tenley does not capitalize her name. Like she makes a point to not capitalize it. And in all of the posts that this user makes on Kiwi Farms, they also do not capitalize the name, which is a strange thing to do. Because I think because of everything that Tenley posts indicates this massive lack of self-awareness, which is the funniest thing about it, because that's what she keeps criticizing you for. And it's like, it's so obvious that like people have said that about her many times, and so it's like something she's hung up on.
Yeah, I mean, she also said like, fuck, what was it? What's the line that she told Michelle?
She said that she is living rent-free in your mind.
It's
Which, like,
so
she
funny.
had said this
Well-
about Michelle before. She says it again in the Kiwi Farms post. Like, she uses tons of stuff. I mean, there's just lots of stuff that she says that only she would know, or only she would think to say. Where, like, she'll make these weird connections between herself and things that we've said that nobody else would make,
Yeah, like digging up fan art that I made from her
Right.
2 years ago that was really heartfelt because she was in the hospital, so I made her like a little cute drawing. And then she posted on the farms and says like, oh, I drew this because I was trying to use her. And
Or
it's
that,
like,
like-
don't you like understand that like I literally wanted to be friends with you?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is in your head?
It's so bizarre. I'm
Only
like,
her would go look at that because like if you look at the post, it has 30 likes. It's from 2 years ago. Tenley tweets all the fucking time. Like,
And she thinks she's like mega slick because like she's in the Discord. We are pretty sure we know who she is.
No, I know
but, like,
exactly who she is.
Like she really doesn't think that anybody can tell that like the stuff she says is stuff only she would say. It's like
really fucking funny.
she doesn't think she's transparent, and like it's weird.
I mean,
though, because...
one thing about this that is actually hilarious is I didn't want to bring it up, but then y'all started talking about how she types. Well, okay, here's a little bit of information on another way people figure out who is who. The way you type is almost as unique as a fingerprint. Like what's it called? People have their specific way of typing, how they go and do stuff and whatnot. It's more so for people that are online all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I have an extremely recognizable way of talking online.
I mean, I know there's bots that will literally like tell you what the most used word in your posts are.
Mine is shit. Mine is always shit.
Yeah.
Shit is like
by
far
like
the word I
LOL
use
probably, or I, right?
So what's it called? For you to actually, make yourself not incriminated, you have to actively say the thing and then type it completely differently as you wouldn't do it.
It's
so
funny, too,
you could
because...
probably do a lot of comparisons.
I mean, her posts are highly edited. I will say that they read like she's trying to write an analysis video. That's kind of what gave it away for me, because like her tweets don't read that way because they are incomprehensible. Because she does not know how to communicate. She
is incomprehensible.
If you read her stuff, what you come to realize is that she thinks everybody knows way more about her than they do. She thinks that everybody's, like, obsessed with her. And, like, whenever she criticizes people, it's always like, oh, these people are obsessed with me. They keep following me. And it's like, I might take a pot shot at Tenley once every 5 months, and she thinks that it's all I think about.
Literally, what they did is I made a video for fun to submit to HoloLive because they're accepting auditions. And then I made, like, a cut version of it that I showed my Discord server because it's, like, locked. As 77 people watched it, and I took it down after 48 hours because I didn't really want to keep it up. I didn't want to get in trouble. So she downloaded it from my Discord server and then it re-uploaded it.
On the farms,
It's just like only you would fucking do this. Literally nobody else cares.
And her particular, the stuff she said too, because she says about it, she's like, "Oh, you're trying to work for HoloLive. Like, don't you know they're like owned by a Chinese company and all this shit?" And like, that's stuff only Tenley would critique this video for. She doesn't even fixate on any aspect of your performance, any aspect of you as a person, like any reasoning that you wouldn't be accepted into HoloLive. Her only fixation is that she knows so much about the industry. She feels the need to flex her stupid industry knowledge. She's so fucking
got bullied
stupid.
a lot as a kid. I've seen pictures of her when she was
she
younger.
gets bullied a lot today.
There's like a MySpace
She's getting
picture
bullied
of
right
her
now.
That like I don't know. I just like see it around all the time, and it's just like, honey, like we know that high school's hard, but like literally it's coming out. Like
grow the fuck up. You're 26, 27.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, like, it's literally like if I were to go on Kiwi Farms and I was gonna talk shit, and then I'll be like, oh, this person did this thing, and it was like, you forgot to shit talk like you and Jeff. Like, you don't like praise like people that Kiwi Farms hates on Kiwi Farms. That's like the dead giveaway. Like all these people are like focusing on these like minute details. It's obviously her.
Right.
She's so fucking stupid. Her brain is melting out her fucking ears.
It's bizarre, dude. The stuff that she will say, like the ways she will describe herself, or like just again, like because this is something that I've always found weird about everybody who makes fun of me online, and it took me a long time to really come to grips with this because this sounds like something that someone who's butthurt would say, is that people come at you for the things that they are insecure about. And it's not that I'm saying that it's like a broad statement. It's because when people come at me, I always think it's weird what they come at me for. Because there's so much you could. Like, the endless trove of things you could come at me for. And so, like, when people come at me about something really weird and specific, I'm always like, what is it about this that set you off? Like, this is such an odd thing. And, like, the stuff that this poster on Kiwi Farms talks about is, and, like, accuses May of as insecurities are things that Tenley has like said she's insecure about on her Twitter.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know it's you. You're the only person who cares about these things.
Absolutely.
How can you not get that anybody would come to that conclusion? I want to read some of these super chats.
Okay, before they go off the screen. Fanfic Rocks for 5 Australian says, "Hi guys, remember the massive fire last summer for you in Japan that burnt down the anime studio? Well, the police have caught the arson."
I mean, they caught them the day
They caught him a long time ago.
Yeah.
They just
Is there a development in the
arrested
story?
him.
If there's a development in the story, please tell me because I want to know.
Okay, so what happened is the guy was like so damaged, like he didn't have his memory or something like that. He was hospitalized
he seems
for a
really
long
fucking
time, and
crazy.
he just finally got healed up enough to go to jail or prison or whatever the fuck they have over there.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Good riddance.
Did you mentioned something about like people coming at you for weird shit? Like it all like when I got into you in 2016, I expected, because I was really into like 8chan and shit. And I looked on shit to like Encyclopedia Dramatica, and your page is like really weird. It was really empty, and I was like, you literally have like pony hypnosis videos out there.
That's exactly how I felt. And I know who made
which, by the way,
that
is
page.
It's based, but like no one else thinks it's based.
Like it was because, here's the other thing about Kiwi Farms and a lot of this stuff online is that it's the people who are closest to you who are the ones who are the most likely to come after you because they have the biggest vendetta. Like they're butthurt about something that happened between you, and like you will feel crazy sometimes because you're like, I fucking know it's got to be this person, and like other people won't believe you because they haven't interacted with this person like you have. But like, when you find the proof, you're always like, you motherfucker. Like, so like for me, back in the pony days, I had certain people who were like, who I had been friends with and had fallings out with and like disavowed sort of. And like when my Encyclopedia Dramatica page came out, it was like trying to turn something that was going on with me at that moment into drama. Like I had my channel deleted. I made this video where I was like pointing fake guns at my head. And if you watch the video, it comes off as a joke. Like, it comes off as, like, I don't really care that much. I'm just really frustrated.
Like, Monkey's shaking his pill bottle?
But, like, well, the way it was portrayed was, like, Digi loses his mind after his channel gets taken down, But, like, nobody cared. It was not a drama. There was nobody to think so. It was really weird that's my Encyclopedia Dramatica page where there's so much shit that it could have been.
Yeah.
And it's like, this page only exists because this guy was mad. And then the next time it was
updated
updated was when I got to the monkey drama.
Because, like, the mod should be able to see that one person is doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's kind of my problem with Kiwi Farms is, like, the mods are slacking so hard.
Yeah.
And the site was literally down today for, like, hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really sad. I don't know.
It is really sad.
Okay, we got some more super chats. Cicada for 2 Australian says, "Yay, nice stream. Thank you." Fanfic Rocks for $5 says, "May, is it okay if I send you a PM on Patreon because of a personal issue that only someone with autism would understand?" Absolutely. Feel free to do so. Ferris Nevermore for $5 says, "Shout out to Fudanari Hentai."
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Shouts out.
This is the gig of tonight. There's not a lot of names in here, but I am raffling off a very rare Jeff tonight.
Yes.
So rare that it is
shit.
not even Jeff.
Yeah.
This is art. This is official art from Nexus Mania. It is of content cunt slinging down some e-thoughts, some legally distinct e-thoughts. I will send you the shirt in either a tank top, a t-shirt, or a hoodie, whatever you want, free of charge, free of shipping. All you have to do is super chat and you'll be entered in a raffle. There's only like 10 names in here right now. Do a super chat. You don't even have to do $2. You don't have to leave a message. Just super chat and you'll be entered. At the end of the stream, I will pull a name and I will contact you and I'll send you new apparel.
So Digi.
Yeah. Also, at that event that I was at, Tenley was there too. So we could talk about that in my brief interaction with her. So she was in the car with us when, like, she was, I guess, around with Jeff. I had never heard of Tenley. I did not know anything about Jeff's girlfriend. I did not know what she looks like. I did not know what she does. I only knew he had a girlfriend because he had started dating her, like, 6 months prior when we were doing RadCon.
Oh, before you tell the story,
Yeah.
We gotta get some new people in the chat.
Okay.
Landoname said he wanted to be in. Let's bring Landoname in.
All right.
And we'll bring in Simon next. Or we can bring in Simon now.
All right.
There's not a lot of people in here. Hey guys, you're in the call.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Ash is
met
probably having a
Tenley
heart attack.
not having any idea who she was. So, when we were in the car, it was like a big, like one of those big Ubers, you know, and it was Miles, Jeff, me, Tenley, another girl who I think was Miles' girlfriend. But, like, I didn't know who Tenley was, so I just thought it was, like, another girl who was there. Like, is this a friend of Miles or Jeff? I could not tell. You know, her and Jeff weren't, like, all over each other. They were talking to each other. But, like, I don't know. She seemed really awkward and, like, not really addressing most of the people around her, you know. But, like, I asked at some point, like, are you Jeff's girlfriend? And she gave me some, like, really strange response that I did not understand. And so I was just like, I did not feel as though my question had been answered at all. And I think it's because she just thought that I knew and I was fucking with her. Like, because of the fact that Tenley looks, at least at the time especially, looked nothing like she does in her pictures. Nothing. I mean, if you've seen the
I'm
picture...
gonna show the picture.
If you've seen the fat Tenley picture, that's about what she looked like at the time. So
I wonder why she doesn't look like how she looks in real life in her pictures. What reason could that be for?
Would you perhaps say that
Just in
Tenley is
general.
fat and dangerous?
Yes!
I don't think she was dangerous at all at the time. She's actually gotten more dangerous after getting less fat.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
gosh.
go.
Yeah,
that's
this photo
about
does
what she
not
looked
look
like when
like
I met
her.
her. She was about that size, and she's really short, you know, whereas Jeff is like 6'6", but she's like 5'2" or 3" or something like that.
Oh,
But,
there's
like,
a new Jeff in the chat.
Oh, that's a sick.
It's in the
Yeah.
voice chat. You
I
gotta
can't
go.
believe you can draw these.
You gotta
Jeffs
go
let's
there.
see.
I do this a few days ago,
Oh my
and
God.
Okay.
it's just
Looks so good.
Jeff is just posing with a lucky fan, a lucky fan wearing his trademark shirt. I am not a pedo, which someone should make it.
Are you talking into a fucking can? Holy shit.
Oh my god.
All right,
Are you
guys.
complaining about Plunder's audio, Landoname? Is that what's
Yes,
happening
yes.
right now?
Let me get to some of these super chats, okay?
Fucking hell.
Oh my god. Fanfic Rocks for $5 says, name and shame the mofos in particular if they have been on the pub crawl.
Pup crawl.
Free Fa for $2 just says nothing.
Yeah.
Cicada says, there are Australians here. Be careful about that free shipping. Yes, I understand. Half of my audience is international. It's probably because I got a big nose, and I feel like Europeans and other people are more into that.
Got to pander to the Goyams. You feel me?
Of course. My secret goyms. Ritsu Marika for $5 says, missed that last one, so here goes.
Are
Good
they
luck.
saying we missed one from...
No,
Oh,
they missed
okay,
the
they're
last
saying they missed
stream.
the last
And Cicada
Last
for
week.
Two Australian says, woo, Simon.
Hey
got a
hey
fan.
Sakata, shout out to my girl. That's yeah, I'm on a podcast with her. She's great.
I just realized we
That's good.
lost
Is
Simon
that the
Barbago.
procrastinators anonymous?
Sakata, will you post that that art you did of me and you and Digi in the either in fan art or general or whatever? It's really fucking good. She's a really good artist.
Also, Digi, I have some art from a while ago of you and Billie Eilish.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's a really rough sketch, but I don't remember drawing this. I was probably like, I don't know, but here, this is from a while ago. But
Also,
I'm just
hi
talking to
everyone.
fuck
By the way,
off.
I literally left my room, came back, and I was in the call, and I
Amazing.
totally fucking blindsided.
So when I met Tenley, she was short and fat. I did not know who she was. Asked if she was Jeff's girlfriend. She gave me a vague, weird response that was a non-answer. And then
This is a good one too.
later on, once we were the 30-year-old
gotta
Jeff
show
Doomer.
this one.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my god, I love my Discord bros.
I-
I gotta make this really tiny.
Why are we so small?
Because you have to.
Okay.
I'll make us big again so we can react.
The 30-year-old Jeff Doomer, loose
Get ready and
asshole from
react.
years of getting fucked by Crunchyroll, vacant eyes, girlfriend is a cyborg prostitute, sold his soul for some coochie. Yes, honey, I'll hold the camera. Rent is paid by Naruto Online and Coomers. Trans ally
Oh,
until
fuck.
he disagrees with a trans person.
Wait.
Heyo.
Yeah, pretty much shit. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a cuck, but there's everything wrong with being a cuck and also being Jeffu.
There's nothing inherently wrong with being a cuckold.
Yes. As we all know.
I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with doing anything. It only becomes wrong when you start feeling bad about it.
Yeah, if you're
It's
a
only-
fuck
Or go
like
to
Jeff
prison.
and Maddox.
Like murder.
Yeah. We're getting super chats. That friggin' guy gave $1. Cicada with 5 Australian says in fan art just for you, friend. Also on the Pro Anon Twitter.
Hey, girl.
Fanfic Rocks says Australian $5. I assume the A is Australian.
Yes.
I have a feeling May is the dom and Digi is the sub in this partnership between both of you.
Sometimes.
Your verses. Your
Yeah.
verses.
And
I can do
C-
both. I'm versatile like
Yeah.
Pantsu.
C
Hey,
for $2
yeah.
says Zoomer Ethnostate, Zoomer Ethnostate.
Okay.
That sounds like some Groiper talk right there.
Oh boy, hi. Hi, C.
Uh,
Guys, remember, if you super chat, you'll be entered in a raffle to win this sick Nexus design on a shirt. I'll put it on literally whatever you want. But a t-shirt, a tank top, a hoodie, I'll buy whatever. Free shipping, I just send you this dank shirt. Only 4 in existence, so
This
that's
might
pretty
ruin
dope.
your guys' stream, but is it sad that I've probably over the last year and a half every raffle given you guys like over $1,000 and still never won?
you've never won.
Is that my stigma?
We were going
Oh
to just
my
send
God.
Butthole Weave a shirt anyways.
Yes.
But you guys
No, I
forgot.
don't. I don't care. It's literally the fun of it.
I think
I
I think you
gave
deserve
your
it, Landon.
address-
I think you deserve it.
I know, I want to make Landaume like a special piece.
Yeah,
Like something really
You should have a
unique.
completely one of a kind fucking.
You should
Absolutely.
unique
get
creator.
that art that Foxy did of Butthole Weave
Oh,
on
yeah.
a shirt.
I was gonna say plug. I just bought it. It was
Actually, yeah,
shipping
we
only
can
$30. There's a Butthole Weeb shirt that Kedu did. Fantastic. I just bought the blue shirt. Fucking awesome. Anyway, so you guys can keep going.
Yeah, well, if you already bought that shirt, then we probably shouldn't send you that shirt. We could just use a different art that he drew, I guess.
We can commission him.
Yeah,
No,
we
no,
can
no,
commission
no,
a
no,
new
you-
Butthole Weave drawing.
No, I'm trying to support you guys. You don't gotta send me free. Don't worry about me.
Oh my gosh, Butthole, you should
Butthole's a
definitely
raffle.
come visit us and come be on a live podcast. I want to start doing live podcasts.
With literally flown in guests, like
Well, they don't have to be flown in, but whenever anybody comes up, like I want to have Ash come and do one. I want to have Michelle come and do one.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
that's
want to
been
have
my-
Butthole come and do one too.
We happen to live in a convenient place for people on the East Coast to pass through. So like anytime somebody passes by my house, I'm like, do a podcast with me. You know?
Absolutely.
If I'm probably like there's no way I'm going to like be in Virginia anytime soon, but if I do come, it's gonna be fucking Taco Bell Con.
Yes.
Yeah,
Taco Bell Con.
we got
Taco
Taco
Bell
Bell.
Con.
We got a
Yeah.
Taco Bell nearby.
I don't know how
so-
far
Sponsor me,
Virginia
Taco
is
Bell.
from Indiana.
I
But
ate the chalupa on camera.
It's probably like a 12-hour drive from Indiana.
That's a minute. It's a bit of a drive, but
Yeah.
not too
Maybe
bad.
more, maybe
So wait, did I
6
call the streams the
Like,
podcast?
You did just do that.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I don't know. I just like associate Cockcast with myself.
What is the official
Yeah, because
name of
where
the
is
show?
Michelle?
by the way?
The show is the Corrupting Your Kids
Well, we're not
show.
even on Corrupting Your Kids.
Okay.
We're on
No,
Pantsuit.
this is
Also-
just a stream.
This is just a random fucking
Yeah.
shit on Tenley
My branding
stream.
kind of sucks. I don't know. I kind of was thrown into this.
I mean,
Yeah, my parents always ask like, "Oh, what's the show you're called? What's the show you're on called?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
She doesn't tell me."
I
a secret.
have came up to my parents really autistically and it's like I'm making an album with Digi, and then I have to explain to them who that is.
All right, I'm gonna be right back.
how did you explain to them who that is exactly?
Well, actually, they
Super chat, win
mentioned
the
you.
shirt, guys.
I mentioned you to my parents before, like back when I started doing YouTube videos, but they always kind of forget. So I explained to them just briefly that you do anime videos. That's all I really say.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
fair
I-
enough. That's usually
I
what
do
my
that
answer is too.
frequently,
Yeah, and then I'm like, well, I'm really big fan, and I'm doing like I'm doing an album. I'm doing an album with her, and then they're just like, oh, that's really cool. And they're really happy for me. But if I
Good.
told them any more details about you, they'd probably be like, "What are you? Who are you talking to?"
Yeah, who's this
Yeah.
pedophile on the internet trying to touch your butt?
Oh no. It's funny too because when I was actually a kid on the internet, I was like the most cautious kid of all time. Like I did not talk to anybody because like my parents had put it to me. First of all, I listened to my parents unquestioningly as a kid, and second of all, they were like, the internet's full of like pedophiles and people who want to steal your money. So like, don't click on anything that asks for money or a credit card ever, and don't talk to and never go into any chat rooms. So like, I never went into any chats, and I never went on eBay until I was.
I mean, that's good general knowledge, but you just have to learn how to not be fucking stupid about it.
Well, yeah, but I was a fucking really
you were like 8 or whatever.
I mean, I was probably under the same mentality until I was like 18 or something. Like,
fair enough. Fair enough.
Despite being on the internet that whole time.
Ever since I was 14, I've been talking to a lot of people. Like, I'm not cautious at all on the internet to the point where.
Well, you don't have to be anymore because it's not the same.
You don't have to. You don't have to be. Yeah, like you came up in like late 2000s, so that makes sense.
The way that like the surface web was back then is the way that Discord servers are now. You know, like it was close knit, weird little communities that people could infiltrate and try to like, you know, and like it's interesting too because I didn't understand this growing up, and maybe if I had, it would have helped me in some way, but, like, there's very much was a girl internet and a boy internet throughout the 2000s that did not interact with each other, and it's all based on what they happen to be interested in. Like, the communities around stuff that was, like, that girls were into, like, Neopets or, like, Warrior Cats were, like, very female-dominated in a way that, like, the communities I was in, like, anime, had almost no women, and, like, if you were on a lot of the places I was on, people just thought women don't use the internet, and it's like that was not the case. They're just on different websites, and they're not trying to draw attention to themselves, you know, because like anybody who figured this out, any guys who figured this out, came to creep on them, and like on the girl internet, it was a very dangerous place. You would always
get like guys on the forums who were like one-on-one RP, message me on Yim or whatever.
Hey, are you a girl?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a few things here.
I used to roleplay on the Neopets site when I was a kid, and, like, I don't know, I fell into that trap a couple of times, and it's like, oh, you just sent me a dick pic. Like, what the fuck?
No. Oh, no.
All right, we got 2 super chats. One from Checkerfield for $5 says, I can only imagine meeting Tenley IRL. And another $5 Australian from Fanfic Rocks.
I have done that.
Digi, would you ever sub to Cider? Don't worry, I'm only trying to be a stirrer.
Would I ever sub to Cider? What do you mean? Like
would you like? I'm pretty sure they mean either subscribe to or let Cider dominate you.
I mean,
one or the other. Who could say?
You might be right. That makes more sense to me because I'm obviously subscribed. I mean, I was assuming he's talking about my friend Cider, who I am subscribed to on YouTube.
New pub crawl coming out soon.
Yeah.
Oh, when? When the fuck is that happening?
As soon as I heard about that. As soon as I edited.
Fucking amazing! I'm so excited. That's great.
It's me, Fern, and Cider.
Fern's gonna be on it. Oh fuck.
Yes. I thought you had smoke with Fern. I thought you had smoke with Fern.
No, we resolved that at RadCon 4 at the meeting.
That's good.
And I'm on the new album. Wait, have you not heard the new album? You should. I'm on Fern's new album.
Oh shit, I'm gonna bump that.
Yeah, I do a really fucking disgusting verse, and it's great.
Amazing. That reveal when Fern comes in and Munchie's fucking interview was legendary. I had to sit down.
It was
Where are my folk punk boys? Let's go.
Folk punk is great.
Yeah, folk punk. Fucking awesome.
What's your favorite folk punk band, Landonime?
I would probably say if I had to say somebody that I had met in person, because I literally live in the state where like folk punk became like underground. So I was around the scene. Ramshackle Glory was really good. Even though that Pat the Bunny or Pat Schneewise, the guy who he's since retired, but I met him in person. He was really good. And then if you just want like folk or like folk rock in general, I really love Frank Turner. I also met him in person. Then there's Eric Peterson of Mischief Brew, who sadly passed away. He killed himself.
Jesus.
I met him in 2013, and he kind of, with folk punk, like 80% of the subject matter is anarchism or like protest music.
Yes.
So he he kind of shaped, he shaped a lot of my views on shit. But he gone, dog. He's gone. But yeah, those are probably my favorite. I like
Well,
they're not-
Star-Chan in the chat says folk punk is unironically the best genre. So
it is. It is.
I'm
man.
having a
I
hard
don't-
time
I don't-
imagining
I don't-
what folk punk sounds like.
It's
Describe
just,
it.
Okay.
it's just acoustic punk. Like, just
Yeah,
think,
it's basically.
Okay.
think of people who can't sing at all, like me.
Mhm.
I played the mandolin. So
Nice.
when I was a teenager, I played the mandolin. It's folk punk, like it's like acoustic punk rock, but with people who can't sing. And
Playing,
most
like,
of the
weird
subject matter
instruments.
is protest. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
Like,
weird.
have you ever heard of Andrew
very cool.
Jackson Jihad or
Yes, I've heard you say that name.
Yeah,
or like
AJJ.
Neutral Milk Hotels kind of folk punk?
Not
Yeah.
really,
Okay.
not really. I don't think I wouldn't
Oh.
classify them as
No,
as
you
folk
don't
punk
think
at
so?
all. Actually, but also like I'm a little baby when it comes to folk punk. My favorite like Love Songs for the Apocalypse is my favorite folk
Good
punk.
shit.
But it's so good. It's one of my go-to albums to put on when I'm because it has the legend, huh?
Zombie TV says Johnny Hobo and the Freight Trains.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Pat the Bunny. That's who I was saying.
And
He went under a different moniker. Johnny Hobo and the Freight Trains he was like a teenage like heroin addict. He was like when that was his moniker, and then after he got sober, he switched to a band called Wingnut Dishwasher Union, and then Ramshackle Glory. And then afterwards, he kind of just went off into his own like solo thing, where he was just simply known as Pat the Bunny. But he has since retired from playing punk music because he doesn't believe in like the revolution anymore. But it's all the same guy, and I literally met him in person, and he is watching that motherfucker play in person. It's the most folk punk thing ever. Like I could never play like that guy does.
He once said the legend, one of my favorite lines in music ever. God isn't dead, but I'll get that bastard someday. Every time he says that.
Whoa, that's badass. I'm
He
gonna
says
Yeah.
like, God isn't dead, but I'll get that bastard someday. It's so good.
Yeah, that's what my one of my favorite. See, I didn't even know that you really had gone that deep into his lyrics. One of my favorites is urine speaks louder than words on a politician or a burnt
Damn.
policeman.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's one of my favorites.
I got to read a few super chats. 3D with $2 says, Gray, were you working on a Brony PCPU video? Indeed, I was, and I still am. I have a bigger idea of what I'm gonna do with it. I might film like additional parts that are gonna be added in and like make it a thing. So
Is this
Did you
gonna
read the one above
be?
that?
Yeah, I'm over here. I can see them all.
Okay.
Is this gonna be a stealing your dad's at RadCon 3 situation where it comes out a year later?
No, it will not
2
be that
years
bad.
later?
I
Okay.
after I work through my Patreon rewards that are overdue, the next thing
Yeah.
is the RadCon stuff that's overdue, and then it will
Heard
be
you
the
talk about
Kuso
that.
Mega Kickstarter that's overdue, and then I will be
I'm
free.
hyped for that.
Damn.
I'm fucking hyped for that.
Then I
I'm
will
so
be
hyped
free.
for the
Volume
Brony
3
shit.
when?
Volume 3 is about like a sixth written, I would say.
Okay.
But
Nice.
it's gonna be a lot longer than the first two. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
remember
it's
you
like
saying
the
that,
amount
yeah.
I've written is like as much as the first book almost.
It's the Homestuck effect where every
Yeah.
time you just add on
That was
double
that was
of what the last
intentional.
one was.
That was
Yeah.
intentional up through the third book, but I think for the fourth one, I will probably subvert that and make it shorter because I think that, Homestuck obviously ran into problems continuing to do that.
Oh, certainly ran into some
Yeah.
problems.
It's
Yo,
like,
Digi. Oh, shit, sorry.
yeah, I was just gonna say, like, the ending can just be the ending. It doesn't have to be the biggest
Yeah.
ending ever written
Absolutely.
of all time.
But Digi,
And it-
how many times do you bring up pedophilia in the Brony?
Yeah.
How many pedophiles?
I don't think I talk about any pedophiles, but I do talk a lot
Damn.
about the
Who's that guy?
LGBT community.
Tune Critic? Y2K?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
There is
Toon
one
Critic.
pedophile, which is Toon Critic. We do tell the
Toon
Toon Critic
Critic.
story, I think.
Toon
Fucking
Critic is
God.
was the most obvious pedophile. I remember watching him back in 2014, and I saw his little gay little avatar with his top hat, and I was like, this guy fists 4-year-olds. That's what he does in his free time.
Shout out to Robert Sora's fucking face melt Sailor Moon that they posted.
That's great.
Cicada with $5 Australian says, Digi, what beachwear style would you prefer to be drawn in? I mean, I would want to wear something that has probably a 2-piece strapless with a white see-through shirt over top, but barely visible ghostly kind of shirt over top of a blue 2-piece with maybe darker blue flower embroidery kind of look. Something
Sexy.
like that.
Sounds
That's
good.
what popped into my head.
Hey guys, just a heads up, the Raffle will be called at 9:30. You have a couple more minutes to turn in a super chat. We're reading them right now.
Yeah.
But this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to get the last version of this shirt that's ever printed. It is a fucking legend. Super chat to win the shirt.
Fanfic Rocks with Australian $2 says, May you have mail on Patreon.
I saw it, my friend.
Kajoro
Thank you.
Bitterthorn with $5 says, May, are you still going to be streaming when you're on the Killstream? Got a Trojan horse if anyone wants to White Knight, lol. No, we're gonna
No, but you
stop
can call in
before
on
it
the
starts.
Killstream. You can call in.
Yeah.
There's
what
a
the fuck?
Discord. Yeah, you can call in and talk to me if you want to. When I'm on, I go live at 10. They usually take callers sometime. Yeah, you can definitely call in. I'll point you out if you do it.
Yeah.
You link where the Discord is to call in.
I'll put the Discord link in the chat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Digi, how does it feel to be literally Masato?
Misato?
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, why did you come to this conclusion?
I don't know. It's because you're I don't know. I feel like
Is it the big cis energy?
Big sis, yeah, that's exactly it. And also,
Exactly.
you're the same age as Misato in the show.
No, I think she's in her 30s, actually.
No, she's 29.
Is she? Well, I'm 20. I will be 29 this summer, so.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I can see that comparison.
Drinking, likes to have a good time.
I don't actually drink anymore, though, is the thing. I actually am drinking right now, but this is and I did drink for the
Actually, I don't
Dick
have the
Show.
Discord link. They've hidden it, so I'm sorry, guys.
I've been drinking the last few days mostly because it helps me to do the girl voice more consistently, but the main reason I don't drink anymore is because I smoke weed fucking constantly. So
oh yeah, I recall this. Yeah.
I mean, maybe if they had weed in Japan in the 90s, maybe Misato would have been into that. But,
Oh, definitely.
Stoner,
Oh,
for sure.
Definitely.
but
That brings up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, just a couple more super chats real quick. Busy Sloth with Knock 50 says, right, I'm gonna start heeing out Nightmay, Digine, keep up the great work.
Thanks for the support, fam.
Cicada with Australian $2 says, do stickers count?
Is it what I'd print for the design?
Can you guys print stickers?
Yeah, I can print a
Yeah,
sticker.
we can actually do
I can print a
stickers,
sticker pretty easily.
If that's
Yeah,
what
if
you're
you win,
asking.
if you want that.
Um,
There's a couple more minutes, guys. We're going until 9:30, so please get those super chats in.
I have to ask, Digi,
yeah.
when the fuck are you going to bunker down and watch Go Sick and make a fucking analysis, you motherfucker?
Go sick when did
No,
you?
maybe
damn it, Simon.
Watch Dormy. Watch Dormy. Fuck those things. Watch Dormy.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, okay, Dormy, that's fine. But Go Sick is better. Go Sick is better than everything ever created. Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
I'm gonna stick to my meme. Fuck
Dormy
you,
is
buddy.
literally the greatest piece of media ever.
Is Dormy
Cicada
is it
with
a Disney?
Australian $5 says, sigh of relief,
Fucker.
asked, what are you looking to discuss on the kill stream? I am boosting this because I also want to know. I think you're gonna go into the
I'm gonna
Tenley
be
drama and what's
talking
going on
about
with me.
everything going on with Digi right now. Probably about the coronavirus. Probably just try to virtue signal to Ralph. And also talk about Tenley drama and Kiwi Farms and shit on Null for being a terrible mod of what could be a great free speech platform.
That's a great, yeah. I'm glad you keep remembering to bring up the null.
Right way of dodging the question.
Me? I'm dodging the question?
No, I think
Digi.
he means I'm dodging the question about ghosting.
but-
I'll
Fuck you. Fuck
maybe
you.
I'll do it. Maybe I'll
Fuck
do it.
you.
Look, I've read the book.
Go sick when did you? Don't be a coward.
I could.
Don't be a coward.
Would it be enough if I just covered the book, the first book? Would that be enough to sate you?
It might be, but the only problem is that I'm basically fluent in Japanese, so it's easy to consume all of the Go Sick shit that has not been translated.
Wow.
So,
How is? Would you say that the anime is? I mean, you've already read all the books.
yes.
Okay, so
Butthole Weeb, you should have tried to be a VTuber.
do you think that me talking about the anime
What the
will
fuck is a VTuber?
virtually?
Oh,
Kizuna
man.
Eye.
No.
Bad example of what a VTuber is.
Anyway, Landoname, So would you say that the anime is like a fair representation of the books, and that like you think it's
Yes.
like okay,
And even personal friends that I have don't like they plug it up to like, oh, Studio Bones doesn't know how to finish a show. But to me, a 24 episode 2 core anime was perfect, because if you read the Gosick novels and know Japanese, it doesn't like.
One more minute, guys. Get your super chats in. Sorry.
Sorry, it's all right. The last like there's a 3-year time skip where the two main characters, Kujo and Victorique, just it becomes almost like Case Closed, or
yeah.
what's the other? Yeah, you know what I mean. Case Closed. Like, it's just like they are married, but they're older, and it's just like a mystery story. There's nothing really important that happens within that time. So to me, when people are like, "Yeah, Studio Bones, they made the ending so rushed," that I'm like, well, they cut out all the fat. Like, they cut out all the fat perfectly, and that's maybe just my opinion. But I would explain that I am an expert on the topic, that everything that they cut out was fucking perfect. It was a masterclass in writing. Zuchi Sakuraba.
I'll check it out. I mean, you've made a very impassioned argument, so I will give it a second look. Because at the time,
going to be like Nate's Ghost in the Shell.
I mean,
video.
I would say my biggest concern when I was watching Ghostic was that, like, I had read the first book, and that's it, because it's the only one that was translated to English, and, like, it changes a lot from that. So I was, like, concerned, like, oh, is this going to, like, fuck up the tone of the book? But having not read any of the other ones, obviously, I think Landon would know better, you know?
Well, it's very easy to learn hiragana. So, like, it's just, if you want to read, like, Ghostic Pink and all that, all the sequels, it doesn't, the anime should be left alone. A lot of my friends, they troll me with, like, oh, we need a second season because the ending sucked. And I'm like, all right, the only thing I'll give you is that the first 6 episodes are fucking boring if you don't like a mystery show. But the rest is cold cut, exactly what the author meant during during the book, and then what they adapted to animation is perfect. Like, they should have just stopped it where it did.
And we have to read the last of these super chats. We got Busy Sloth with Knock 20 says, I meant heading TTTT. We understood. I just I like reading people's spelling errors to make fun of them. Tommaso Choco Taco with $2. It just gives $2. Idiot Bomb with $2 says, clean shaven, you look like my first GF's big sister. Perfect. Cicada with $2 says, nice shirt, by the way. I don't know if you mean the Nexus shirt that May's wearing or the Mastodon shirt that I'm wearing.
Nexus made the shirt, and he made the shirt that you're entering to get.
Yep.
But Nexus is fucking dope.
Nexus
Go
shirts.
check out Nexus Mania on Twitter. He's a fucking amazing artist.
Yeah,
I
she's
wore
super
this shirt
cool.
to a Starbucks once, and the guy was like, "Where'd you get that shirt? I have to get it." So
A friend made it for me, and that's me on there. Thank you.
exactly. No, this is not me. There's a shirt that looks like me though. It has like a girl. It was made in a video that I collabed with Nexus on, and it's just like a girl like sitting in front of the moon. But that one, I'm pretty sure, is actually me.
Could be.
I thought you were wearing the Content Cunt shirt, not that one.
Oh, I'm also wearing another Nexus shirt, like
Okay,
right now.
I see. Yeah, I don't have the stream open, so that's okay.
Anyway, Kajoro Bitathorn with $2 says, what do you think of Null wanting to sacrifice
Null
Ralph?
is projecting because he is the one being sacrificed.
Yeah.
Sacrifice him.
Actually, Ralph
I don't know
brings
that
in the
meme, but
most traffic
sacrifice.
on that board.
Null said he was that
Ralph
was
is
going to have to be
necessary.
sacrificed to the harvest.
No,
because-
you're a
Listen to
fucking
that episode
coward.
of the Nick
Moderate
Show.
your
I
fucking
did.
form
Yeah.
better.
I mean, I think that what he was trying to say is that
I love you, by the way.
I mean, I understand that Ralph is probably partially responsible for the fact that people are treating the Kiwi farms as an extension of like the atmosphere of the Killstream, of like an internet blood sports community, as opposed to like a documentarian community that it was originally. But I don't think that you can lay that all on Ralph. It's just that Kiwi farms has gotten too fucking big for itself, you know?
And that's
Too big
Null's
for
And
fault.
it needs moderation to fix
Yeah.
it, and Null is not being enough of a mod.
He's even
you know?
admitting that on the fucking
Yeah,
forums
saying
too.
as much
There's
himself.
posts that I think Ralph made a tweet yesterday about that, but that's my take.
All right, are we gonna give away this
We're gonna
hat?
give away this
Yeah.
shirt. Also, when the stream ends, please go to D Live. This fucking stream. Please go to D Live / the Ralph Retort. I will be on. I'll probably be on around like 10 o'clock. To be live and talk to them. And Andy Worski's gonna be on, so I'm like, oh my god, hell yes! Bring the folk back.
Andy Worski used to be
Terrifying
like
man.
Andy Worski used to be, from what I know, like I used to watch him back in like 2013, I believe. He was just like a really like generic normie YouTuber for 2013, and then he became an anti-SJW guy, and now I don't know. What
Oh,
he's
Yeah,
yikes.
he's completely lost his mind. I love
See,
him.
I'm
though.
not
He's
into
so
that like
cute.
He's like-
Killstream or Dick Show shit because like it's just full of like weird assholes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that's
joy
true.
of it, though. You get to see
Oh,
all these
man.
fucking
Alright.
weird
It's
assholes.
raffle time. It's raffle time,
hell
guys.
yeah.
It's time to head out and do a
Alright.
raffle. My lovely assistant, Gray, will pick the raffle winner.
Thank you, Simon.
Unsurprisingly, it is Cicada.
Wow!
Cicada!
Congratulations,
Congrats!
your hard work paid off.
I guess so. Yeah, just DM me.
Did you? Mhm.
DM me on Twitter or on Discord. I will get your address and ship you that one out. Tell
You
me
guys
what kind of
see-
shirt you want and what size.
Did you see her art in the fan art chat?
Oh my
let's go to
God.
Fan art.
Oh my god.
That's me and her defending you,
That's it, the
Digi.
bottom one.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That one room with the knight and the princess and the crab.
Incredible.
That's why. Were you the one who was asking me what I would be wearing as a princess? How did I not see this before? Did you post this on Twitter? Or did I
yeah.
miss it? I didn't see this one yet, but yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
fucking
yeah.
amazing.
Look at look at Keyblade's finished like 3D Rare 3, by the way. There you go.
Yeah, because I was asked what would I wear if I was a princess in medieval times, and I just
Yeah, that was
responded with
almost certainly Cicada.
I
asking you
responded
that.
with just a picture of the doll from Bloodborne, and
And
that's
that's what-
more or less what I'm wearing here. So I figured that must be the case. I love it. I absolutely
Just
love it.
know
Thank you.
that we will
I love the
defend you like
hair.
the princess you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are we about to end the stream now?
Yes, we are ending the stream now. Thank you everybody for coming out.
Yes,
We
guys,
went to the
please
Killstream
come out to
in
the
general.
Killstream. It is
Yeah,
starting
May's gonna do that
soon.
as soon as we.
I will put the link in the Discord server like right now. It hasn't started yet. It's on D Live, which is an alternative streaming platform that is cryptocurrency based, but also Chinese.
So for those
don't
weird
buy
alt-right
into it, my friends. But yes,
Oh,
I'll be on. I'm excited. I'll probably be on around 10 because they normally do like a opening bit. It's a very
Okay, but-
regimented show. It's good.
If
Okay,
you
but-
can, will you try to get us the link to the Discord so we can call in?
I'll
Yeah,
ask them
yeah.
to
it's
give
it's
it out. I'll
publicly
just.
available, so it's. I mean, I think it's actually in the description of the D Live.
Okay,
Oh
you know
yeah,
what,
you're
that
right.
makes
It's
sense.
on D Live. I'm
That-
pretty sure
that
it's
makes
on
a
D
lot of
Live.
sense.
I'll go
So,
look
yeah,
for it and post it in the chat too. But yes,
And I-
please call in. I'll try to get some of my guys in there. Ralph will appreciate
Toya gave another
the new
$5 and
audience.
said I decided to donate after the raffle was over because I wanted to prove I have agency. Also, Nexus is the
Oh my
homie.
God.
Absolutely agreed. Thanks again, Toya and everybody. That's it. Bye.
Thanks for coming out,
Bye,
guys. Bye.
everyone. Bye.